He looked and saw the face of things quite changed. The brazen throat of war had ceased to roar. All now was turned to jollity and game, to luxury and riot, feast and dance, marrying or prostituting as befell, rape or adultery, where passing fair allured them, thence from cups to civil broils. At length the reverend sire among them came, and of their doings great dislike declared, and testified against their ways. He oft frequented their assemblies, where so met triumphs or festivals, and to them preached conversion and repentance, as to souls in prison under judgments imminent. But all in vain, which when he saw, he ceased contending, and removed his tents far off. Then from the mountain-hewing timber tall began to build a vessel of huge bulk, measured by cubit, length and breadth and height, smeared round with pitch, and in the side a door contrived, and of provisions laid in large for man and beast. When lo, a wonder strange, of every beast and bird and insect small, came sevens and pairs, and entered in as taught their order. Last the sire and his 3 sons with their 4 wives, and God made fast the door. Meanwhile the south wind rose, and with black wings wide hovering, all the clouds together drove from under heaven, the hills to their supply vapor, and exhalation dusk and moist, sent up amain. And now the thickened sky like a dark ceiling stood, down rushed the rain impetuous, and continued till the earth no more was seen. The floating vessel swum uplifted, and secure with beaked prow rode tilting o'er the waves. All dwellings else flood overwhelmed, and them with all their pomp deep under water rolled. Sea-covered sea, sea without shore, and in their palaces where luxury late reigned, sea monsters whelped and stabled. Of mankind so numerous late, all left, in one small bottom swum embarked. How didst thou grieve them, then, Adam, to behold the end of all thy offspring, end so sad, depopulation, thee another flood of tears and sorrow a flood, thee also drowned, and sunk thee as thy sons, till gently reared by the angel, on thy feet thou stoodest at last, though comfortless, as when a father mourns his children, all in view destroyed at once, and scarce to the angel utteredst thus thy plaint. O visions ill foreseen! Better had I lived ignorant of future, so had borne my part of evil only, each day's lot enough to bear. Those now that were dispensed the burden of many ages, on me light at once, by my foreknowledge gaining birth abortive, to torment me ere their being, with thought that they must be. Let no man seek henceforth to be foretold what shall befall him or his children. Evil he may be sure, which neither his foreknowing can prevent, and he the future evil shall no less in apprehension than in substance feel, grievous to bear. But that care now is past, man is not whom to warn. Those few escaped famine and anguish will at last consume, wandering that watery desert. I had hope when violence was ceased and war on earth, all would have then gone well. Peace would have crowned with length of happy days the race of man. But I was far deceived, for now I see peace to corrupt no less than war to waste. How comes it thus? Unfold, celestial guide, and whether here the race of man will end. To whom thus Michael: Those whom last thou sawest in triumph and luxurious wealth, are they first seen in acts of prowess imminent, and great exploits. but of true virtue void, who having spilt much blood and done much waste subduing nations, and achieved thereby fame in the world, high titles and rich prey, shall change their course to pleasure, ease, and sloth, surfeit and lust, till wantonness and pride raise out of friendship hostile deeds and peace. The conquered also, and enslaved by war, shall, with their freedom lost, all virtue lose in fear of God, from whom their piety feigned in sharp contest of battle found no aid against invaders. Therefore, cooled in zeal, thenceforth shall practice how to live secure, worldly or dissolute, on what their Lord shall leave them to enjoy. For the earth shall bear more than enough, that temperance may be tried. So all shall turn degenerate, all depraved. Justice and temperance, truth and faith forgot. One man except, the only son of light in a dark age, against example good, against allurement, custom, and a world offended, fearless of reproach and scorn or violence, he of their wicked ways shall them admonish, and before them set the paths of righteousness, how much more safe and full of peace, denouncing wrath to come on their impenitence, and shall return of them derided. But of God observe, the one just man alive, by his command shall build a wondrous ark, as thou beheldst, to save himself and household from amidst a world devote to universal wrack.